Thank you guys so much for the last video and seeing how much it was meant to me. Clearly a lot of you guys really love that video. The comments are a little crazy. It's crazy because they were trying to find arguments that I never made, mostly comparing them to other legends. I can only make one video at a time, right? I can't make a video on every one at a time. And I made it for fun, and it was a commentary video, and it was kind of satire-ish. Because it was just kind of for fun. Clearly not everyone got that because the comments are kind of mean, but not in a funny way or mean in like I'm crying sad face way because I'm not sad about it. I'm just more like, wow, these guys are fucking stupid. And I want to talk about some of them just because it's stupid that they thought this was a smart comment. Dude, I've killed every Horizon I've come across. Tired of y'all streamers saying she's broken. She's literally the easiest to play against. Dead emoji. Conduit is way more aggravating, literal skill issue for y'all. Let me just search up Apex pick rate. Yo, ain't it weird that 18% of all fucking players in Predator Masters pick Horizon? I don't know who this guy plays, he's never said like who he fucking plays against. But there's a good reason that she's number one. 18%, the next is Conduit, 12%. That's 6% difference, that's big. I doubt you've killed every single Horizon you come across. That's just exaggerating. Like someone exaggerating that she's overpowered in a YouTube title. Crazy. The whole point is that I don't understand the argument when you can say Conduit's more oppressing it, but again, this is the video about Conduit, not that one. I can't make a video on everyone at the same time. This is another comment of saying Conduit is broken, Horizon's fine. That's okay to, again, it's fine to say if you don't agree with me, but don't use another legend as a comparison because that makes no sense. And I'm gonna say that with a grain of salt because I did compare it to other legends within the skirmisher class because that's her skirmisher role. I did not compare it to a support. It's the equivalent of comparing Octane and fucking Gibby and saying, oh, Octane is fucking bad because Gibby's so good. What? They don't do the fucking same thing, guys. Like, I'm okay with people saying I'm wrong, but at least be smart about it. There's also 2 comments about the mics being shit. Alright. It was my first YouTube video on the channel in 3 years. Audacity crashed and I used the camera mic instead of the mic here. Even though I thought it was on, it's just Audacity crashed in the background. I didn't realize. But right now it's going off, so you should be hearing it from the mic. Okay, that one, I agree. That was my bad, guys. That one, my fault. But again, I didn't want to really record the whole thing again. This is my favorite comment because this one is like, holy shit, this is everything wrong with the comment section of YouTube. Everyone that complains about Horizon just can't aim. I'm being out of my queue all the time. Y'all just suck at the game. Y'all just suck at the game and want the game to cater to casuals. This is all about ranked. I literally did not talk about pubs. Horizon is probably at the top of the meta right now in terms of the ranked. I didn't say player and casual. I don't give a fuck about pubs. Fucking, I play Octane in pubs and Octane is shit. Catalyst, you spell Catalyst wrong. Catalyst is more broken, and so is Conduit because she's basically a second rev, but for the whole team. Stop complaining and just put in time to get better at the game. You are complaining. Time to get better at the game and not move on. No one is forcing you to play this game. No one is forcing me to play this game, and I didn't complain about not playing. What? I don't remember my last video saying, I'm gonna quit the game if Horizon isn't nerfed. Because I didn't say that. I just said, she's really strong. In ranked. Player. Horizon's just very fucking good. That's all I said. I thought the Family Guy cutaways were a good reason enough to make this video, like, not, you know, super dramatically, no, fucking whatever, I don't want to call it, super serious. It's a video game, dude. It's fine to get pissed at people in ranked, but this is outside of that. Like, we're not in the same mental spot where you're watching videos on Apex on YouTube compared to being in a ranked game where your teammates just throw the game because, you know, they were bored. The only comment I really liked was this one, because this guy was funny, and I like funny. Like, if you're gonna call me shit, like, at least be creative, and it gives me a little bit of a chuckle, like saying, like, this guy's pretty funny though. Like, even if I am shit, that was a good joke. Anyway, let's talk about Conduit. Okay, so as you can see, I changed my shirt, and it's a different day. It's been a week since I made that first part of the video. I think I have my thoughts more collected, so it's time for me to talk about this character and why I do think she is overpowered. But then again, she's not Seer. But she's pretty damn close to it, I guess, in most recent seasons. I mean, there's not much other characters that I think have released that were really strong on release. I can't really name one off the top of my head. I don't think Valkyrie was broken on release. Valkyrie was probably the most balanced out of all the legends down release. Until they fucked her by making her entire kit useless because her entire kit was a survival item now. But other than butchering Valkyrie mains completely, this character, I'd argue, is the most busted in a while. And I know a lot of the comments, as we talked about, want to mention it, and I do agree. She's very strong. But the reason I think she's broken is not because she's a Rev, that gives a Rev shield because she's like Rev and then she's Rev. It's because she is all reward and no risk. That's the theme of this video. She lets people who are absolutely dog shit at this game dominate because she is a crutch. It's the equivalent of a dog shit soldier in Overwatch with a pocket mercy that's pressing amp damage and heal constantly. It is just the equivalent of that. She is a pocket character that can help shitty players get better because this character amplifies shields, therefore giving them more HP overall. I can't imagine to think how broken she could be on Rev, but I'm not going to talk about Rev. That's another video. I want to make it clear that when I talk about one legend, I'm talking about one legend. I'm not trying to compare them to other legends unless they're in the same class. So I will compare her to other class legends. So these ones, I will compare her to these ones because that makes sense, because they all are the same role. So what is Conduit doing that's so broken? Well, let's talk about abilities first. Her passive savior speed is probably the least important out of all of them, although it is probably the most balanced in her kit because it's not overly overtuned. It's just you run faster when you're away from your teammates. It helps with the support play. I think it's a great change because it actually helps you play as a support more than an entry fragger. You guys remember when Lifeline had 25% extra healing? Because I remember I made Lifeline. I was just an entry fragger because I could heal faster and go back in the fight. So yeah, I'm glad that they're making more support oriented passives that are also still really good. It doesn't have a cooldown, which is fine because I don't really think you use it all the time because you have to kind of look at your teammate all the time when you're doing it. It has a 30% increase of speed, so I think it's on equivalence of Bangalore. It basically, any time you're outside that 50-meter range, you'll have this activated. So why is this really essential to her kit? Well, it's because of that 50-meter range, and that's gonna kind of play around this because she's not overtuned because of this. She's overtuned because of her tactical. You love how long this tactical list is? I know you can't really see it on my screen, but it's like this long. Like it's pretty long. But why is it overtuned? Well, number one, it's a free shield bat. I think that's always gonna have its own merit. If you don't have any shields, at least you have Conduit. Conduit's gonna give you a free temporary shield bat. But honestly, that's not the reason I'm pissed at it. I'm not pissed at the fact that it randomly gives you a field shield bat. Like, a character like Lifeline exists, right? A free shield bat doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world. And honestly, I think she should always be able to heal 60. That's fine with me. The problem with her is how she gets the 60 UU. Does she have to put out a drone for you to stand still and then heal? No. Wait, she throws a fucking laser at you 50 meters away and gives you fucking full shield within like 3 seconds? Okay, over exaggerating, it isn't full shield, it's 60 shield points. But 60 it's almost a blue, and it's really fucking fast. You have an 8-second window of regeneration time, so that means it's gonna regenerate for over 8 seconds, even if you do get hit, and it will regenerate again after you got hit. But the fact is it's 60 shield points within like a couple seconds. Pretty much a bad. Why is that bad? Well, number one, what was the risk for Conduit to do that? Like, did she like have to slide over right next to you and tap you on the shoulder and say, hey buddy, here's a little shield bat for you, I got you. And then expose herself to multiple angles while trying to help her teammate? No. What she did was that she hid in a house 50 meters away from you and just said, oh, you're getting shot at here. Threw a laser at you, you're back to full health, buddy, you can keep fighting. This is just a problem for a lot of other characters, and it just defeats the point of playing other characters per se. For example, and I just want to put this for Revenant, Pathfinder, and Octane mains, such as myself, and I think as much as you want to complain about how brain dead and how stupid you sucker, you press Q, you go in. Like, you still have to take the risk of putting yourself out there in like out of the open, right? There's still a risk to playing that character. Pathfinder has a grapple, stay in that grapple animation, land.
Oh no.
This sucks. Cut outside the door.
Holy, it's so laggy, man. What the fuck?
Nice.
Yeah, I literally can't see them, man. They're tough.
Make sure he can actually stun himself properly and look and fucking fire at you. Octane stims himself. That's his fucking. I mean, there's a lot more reasons why I think Octane's bad, but he stims himself and he runs forward and tries to kill you. Right? He loses health in order to run faster. Revenant's stuck in that fucking I don't know what that pose. He jumps really far. He also makes a loud screech. He lets everyone know where he is. That's the risk they do to get the reward right? To kill someone, for example, if they're cracked. In this case, let's say one of those 3 characters cracks anyone. Doesn't fucking matter who it is. And they are cracked and they hide behind a fucking, let's say a rock. A big rock, for example. Those characters, knowing that they cracked them, are going to take the risk of running all the way there and beam them down because they are cracked, right? So therefore, they have the advantage. They are always going to take a risk. One of them's going to stab himself. One of them's going to jumble and stay in animation. One of them's going to let everyone know where they are. But that doesn't matter when you have a Conduit on your team because Conduit can be 50 meters away, not anywhere close to her fucking teammate, and give her full fucking bat. And the thing is, the teammate's not locking an animation per se or whatever. The teammate can reload, heal, throw a nade, prep a nade, pop an ability, all of this, while his shield is going up. And I think that's where the problem comes because they're getting healed so fast that by the time that Pathfinder, Octane, or Revenant get to them, it didn't matter because they were already full shield and they got fucked because they locked themselves in an animation or lost more health, and the teammate who played badly was not punished at all. Instead, he won because he had a Conduit on his team.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
I love fucking Conduit, bro. Fucking punishes, oh my god, punishes me for fucking nothing, bro. And the thing is, right, the reason why I think the passive works too well with this is because, oh, your teammate's playing really bad in position. Don't worry, we're gonna give you a little bit more time to make sure that he can't get fucked from playing bad. So you can run all the way to him and then save him. That's why I think the passive kind of sucks because it's a good passive, it just rewards bad gameplay for your teammates. And this happens a lot when I've been playing, and I think that's why I got more frustrated when I went against Conduits. It's because I'm losing to teams with Conduits in them that are not playing objectively good at all. They're just winning because they have this character. And I think that's the problem with this character. It's not frustrating the way Seer is per se when Seer was broken. It's frustrating in a weirder way because it's like, you should have won that. It wasn't unfair until the point where Conduit got involved with that. You played that well, but you got fucked because of one ability that does not require much skill to use. And I think that's the problem with Conduit. They need to lower a lot of her stats basically on this queue. Lower the regen time from 8 seconds to probably like 6 seconds. Lower the fucking, holy fuck. Lower the amount of time this shield's up. Your temp shields last 30 seconds. This ability, 25-second cooldown. What? You don't lose any shield basically. This thing's always up when you want extra shield. So constantly just keep putting it out there. Why the fuck not? It's a 30-second hold and you get it back every 25 seconds. So you just keep repeating and repeating and repeating. Literally no fucking skill. Literally no fucking skill. And that's the problem why I have this character. There is no difference between the best player in your team versus the worst player in your team.
Oh, he's just down. Oh, there's someone up top.
What's
Someone
up?
up top.
Oh, bro. Oh, shit. That's my brother.
Oh, shoot. Up there.
Oh my god.
I'm
on fire!
You're cooking me.
Playing this character because the value is the same because her Q is easy to hit, her ult is not hard to aim. Oh, let's talk about the ult. Let's talk about that motherfucker. As much as I hate the Q, I think this shit's more annoying. Her fucking ult energy barricade. My god. I know you guys have played against this shit and thought, wow, how the fuck do I break this thing? Because this thing is 250 HP. And I know that doesn't sound like a ton. It's still less tanky than a Revenant in his ult, correct? But like, this isn't a fucking person. This is a fucking ability that comes up every 2.5 minutes, but it lasts for 60 seconds. So it's like barely gone that long. Sure, it takes 4 seconds to prime, but the truth is I'll beam with an R9, it won't kill it. I'll have to reload, and by the time I reload and finish, it's come up, and that's 4 seconds. What gun do I use to break it? A PK? I'll probably still not have time. It's just so stupid. The slow says it's 15% slow, but it feels more like 50% slow. Fuck me. And a lot of you guys are probably gonna say, just shoot it, just shoot it. It's hard to shoot when you have to reload, and then when you're reloading, you get beamed the fuck out of, because not only are you confined to an area, reloading, you're also fucking being slowed. So it's pretty easy for a Conduit to beam you, and it's just, fortunately stupid as an ability to be that strong for how easy it is to use. And I feel like that's our entire kit so far. Honestly, the only thing I can really say to nerf this properly is just to nerf the HP, because that is way too fucking hard to destroy. Just give them the same like HP as Horizon and I call it a day, because Horizon arguably, her ult is like a 3-minute cooldown, I'm pretty sure, and it's I mean, yeah, I guess it definitely does more actively in a fight, but the fact that it just saves your ass and you save your team from being pushed, still pretty fucking good. It does damage when it's put all together. It's like 10 damage per second. Let's say you just run to 4 of them instantly, 40 health. That's a lot. I think the slow maybe could be nerfed to 10% instead of 15%. 15% seems really big. The damage, I say keep it. It's not the worst thing. It's you need to give it some utility, but man, we need to nerf the fucking health. That's just the final. No one wants to shoot that thing twice. Like, why am I fighting 7 Gibbies in a fucking... There's basically a 7 Gibby wall. Why am I saying Gibby? Because they seem to be over-tuning this character a lot. And she's a fun character to play. Just super frustrating right now. So, my final thoughts are coming to this. Do you think Conduit is broken? The answer is probably yes, because your comments said a lot. But at the end of the day, her problem is just she rewards bad, shitty players with the same amount of potential to win as a good player. And I think that's the problem with this character per se. Let's just say, for example, you are the best person in your squad and your worst teammate is the worst person in the squad. You're not going to ask him to play Gibby because Gibby requires so much skill, and there's like yes, there's a lot of benefits of playing Gibby, but you're gonna put all that like responsibility of them actually doing a good job and playing that character correctly for thousands of hours just to know how to play that character right? No, just put him on Conduit and you still win anyway. That in a nutshell is the reason I hate this character, just for that. But she still is fun to play, and it's not like I'm gonna not play her because she's totally in the meta. I mean, free shield bat while moving around is stupid. You're not gonna get punished, and there's a good chance the worst person in your squad is probably also playing Conduit right now. And don't fucking lie, I know if you're the one telling them to play Conduit, you think they're the fucking worst player in the squad. But yeah, it's just hard to play against her right now, and she does need nerfs, unfortunately. Regen time, slower. Cooldown, longer. Fucking, instead of 30 seconds, make it 20. So where do I put her in the ranking? If it wasn't obvious enough that she's busted, she's unequivocally the meta right now. She's in the S tier.
Alright.
Woo! Oh! This is so shit!
Yo!
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I'm fucking clean with it! I'm clean. Fuck that, dude. That guy fuck got fucked.
Nice.